turn the laser on, we just flip the switch here and here. To turn on the vent, come around here and switch to open. To turn the ventilation on, flip the switch, flip this switch. Red light appears. All three rooms, the finishing room, the wax room and the laser room, are powered by the same ventilation. So it's good to check that the ventilation in the other rooms, if not being used, are turned off. Here in the finishing room, we just flip this from open to closed. You can also come and check the wax room here. If nobody's using it, you can turn off the fan up here. We can then set the stock up. I lift the lid with both hands. Put the stock in relation to the registration which was set from the metal cut program. Then we set the Z height with the green buttons on the control panel, using this stock here as the measure. We can move the head of the laser by pressing the X and Y buttons here, and the height of the laser with the Z buttons here. When it's in the right position, I press origin. To prepare the files for laser cutting, I open Metal Cut, come to import my file, locate the file I'm after, this is a DXF file. If you're working with Illustrator, you need to save as Illustrator 8 or before. When the file is in, I can apply multiple different functions to this, but first I'm going to scale it to the size I want. And I'd like to do a scan on the letters and then do a light cut around and then do the main cutout for both of these parts. So I'm selecting the letters, choosing a different colour. Now an extra colour has appeared over here. I double click over here to get into the options. Output, yes. Speed can, because we're doing a scan cut, can go up to 300. If blowing, yes. Come down to scan. I'm going to do 50, 55. I'm going to up the interval a little bit, so 0.3. When that's selected, I can preview what's going to get cut here. So this is mirrored upside down for some reason, but it gives you an idea of what is going to get cut. I can also include this and this. So that's the black layer. Output to yes. The speed to 17 and the power to 80 and 85. Looks good. So now if I select all of this, come back up to the preview, and then you'll see that with the extra lines in. Right now though, I just want to cut this. Come to download, choose, line, choose, scan. Name is too long. G, scan. Download success. we cut that and then come back and cut the next part. So I've cut the scan lines. Now I want to do just a light cut in this. So I'm going to change this to lilac. Output, yes. Speed can be 30. Power 10 and 15. Cut. Download. G. Cut. And then the final job is to actually cut the outline out. So here I'm going to select these and actually just put this to no, so it won't cut them, and then it will just cut the black lines. Select them, come to download, cut out. There we go. At this point I can use both hands to lower the lid. The stock is set, the extraction is on, I just press start. You should always be with your work while it's cutting. You have to be in this room. If you need to leave the room for some reason, you can press pause. And then you can come back and just restart the job. Do not press stop, that will reset the file. Press pause and press play again. In case of emergency, you can come and hit this red button. Lift. Here we have water for small fires and the fire extinguisher for big fires. Again, with both hands, I lift the lid. I can move the laser out of the way and remove the stock. Then we can remove the offcuts. We should always remove the offcuts at the end of a job. At the end of the job, don't forget to turn off the ventilation. Check there's nobody using the ventilation in the other rooms, and then power off. And to turn the laser off, we switch off here and here. On the back of the machine, we find the extraction. If there's smoke in the machine while you're cutting, we can remove this while it's off. And take the hoover and clean the filter here. And then put the tube back on. After a big job, you can remove some of these slats to access the ventilation at the back, where we come in with the hoover and run it over these vents. We can remove the slats and give them a clean after when they start to get too ganky. To clean the slats, we can use this tube. We load the slats into the tube. Here in the foundry, we can fill the tube with warm water and Ajax.
At this point we can pull the slats out, and with just a small simple scouring pad, just give them a clean off. And repeat the process many times. When returning the slats, just make sure there's no debris down in the valleys here, otherwise the slats will sit too high.